All right, we got some breaking news. Not too long ago, out in LA, a organization by the name United the People, which is a website that describes itself as a non-profit team of lawyers and activists who fight for social justice to assist the community in any way they can. Now, they had a press conference today, right? Where they're saying that key evidence was left out of Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion's case when it appeared like Tory wasn't the shooter, and this is bombshell evidence. Let's get right to it. I'm gonna play the video and we'll talk about this. Hit the thumbs up button. And before we get to it, this video is brought to you by AdonisAmari.com. Beard balm and beard oil. Go to the top line of the description box. 100% shea butter infused. And we got the oil right here. AdonisAmari.com. This is my product. Make sure you check it out. All right, enough for the station identification break. Let's play the video.
In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw two women fighting, two men break up the fight, one man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete.
Now, if you're wondering who Mr. Peterson is, for those who don't know, that's Tory Lanez. Let's keep going.
It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson. Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times.
Wow. Now, this is pretty groundbreaking. Why this evidence was left out of the case is crazy. It looked like somebody was trying to protect Megan. Now, and a lot of people have been saying it. I think a lot of people kind of knew the truth the whole time, but people were scared to kind of say it because let's remember, Megan's just protected, woman, Rock Nation. She was able to pull the black female card of attacking black females, and this whole card that she was able to pull for all these years. And now we see that the truth may be coming to light that she was lying, that she absolutely, allegedly, wasn't telling the truth at all. This is not something that somebody is sitting in their home on the internet's coming up with. This is an official group team of lawyers, right, that fight for social justice, and they want to help in any way they can. And they are choosing to help Tory Lanez, a guy who's a multimillionaire, but they see an injustice here, and they want to help. I want to read this comment. Shout out to Joe Lewis 313. And this is the reason we don't believe women by default. That's why I look at Diddy's case different, because women lie because they get emotional. Brother, again, great comment. I can't argue with you. I'm going a little bit late. I'm going to break this Cassie thing down too a little more because I got my stuff. I'm lining up. I'm gonna do something later. Whether I do it live or not, I don't know. But 100% correct. Like, it's too many people that lie and look for a payday as opposed to seeking justice. If you were done wrong and something happened to you and you seek justice, who am I to say anything? But if we find out that you're lying for a payday or whatever other reason that you can throw in the box, I think that the arms of justice should come down hard on you. You can't just put somebody in jail because you're in your emotions, because you're in your feelings, because you ain't like the way he talked to you, ain't like the way he did this, you ain't like the way he did that. This is big time information. Now, where does it go from here? Maybe a possible. Now they're saying that he was never given a fair trial. Now we know that he's currently serving a 10-year sentence, right, for shooting Megan Pete, aka Megan Thee Stallion. Now, they always have Tory Lanez team, which a lot of people said they don't think they did a good job. They always have maintained that she was lying. They always have maintained that. Now, this group, once again, United the People, is calling on California Governor Gavin Newsom to step in so Tory Lanez can return home. Speaking of Tory Lanez, also to add a little bit more to it, they found out a little bit more about the stabbing. I'll get to that briefly, very quickly. So supposedly, some guy, maybe of Mexican descent, they had a particular altercation. Now, this guy is serving life without the possibility of parole in prison. And apparently Tory said something to him, right? And dude poked him up like they do in prison, tried to kill him. Knowledge. Tory got stabbed because Megan lied. That's an inference that's true. And it's true in a way, maybe not directly, but indirectly. Like, if she would have never, I get what you're saying. She would have never lied. He would never be in jail to get stabbed. I get it. I feel you on that. I can't argue with it. I always kind of looked at, because I forget the brother's name out in Texas. The baseball player guy. We had him on the show. He originally signed Megan, and Megan allegedly snaked him and signed with Rock Nation and whatever the case may be. I forget my man's name. Right. And we had him on here a few times, and he was going through a legal battle. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that battle. But ever since then, I was kind of looking at her out of one eye. He wouldn't be in jail if she didn't lie. Absolutely. And I'm like listening to people say this, and I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, why are people going so hard for Tory? And now you can see it's because people know the truth. I'm sitting back like, maybe he did do it. I'm sitting back like, I'm throwing every scenario. Carl Crawford. Thank you. Appreciate it. Carl Crawford. Salute. No respect to you, Carl. But it's been a minute, brother. I'm sitting up here like, yo, I'm always going through every scenario. Like, possibly he could bring some Napoleon time shit, Napoleon complex. You know what I mean? But come on, bro. It looked like the man ain't do nothing at all. It looks like Megan lied on this man. She lied on him. That's not cool. Now, we haven't seen anything from Megan yet. I don't think we are. No comments. No statements. Unless I missed it before I jumped on a live. Maybe, maybe not. Quick station identification break. Go if you want to grab yourself some our new beard balm and beard oil. 100% shea butter infused beard balm and beard oil. AdonisAmari.com. Click the link at the top line of the description box. Great stuff right here. So click the link at the top line of the description and grab yourself some. I got $4 off right now. The balm. You can grab the oil with it. Get them both together. I put the balm on. I ain't put the oil on yet. But it smells great. Lasts all day. Keeps your beard soft and helps it grow. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, this is well, let me leave a comment. Matter of fact, y'all are leaving comments. Let me go check and see what y'all saying in the comment section real quick. She lied to Gail on camera. That's true. That's true. She did. And it came out after. Like, why are you gonna lie about sleeping with the man? How you say that? La Roth Genius Entertainment. I'm glad it's coming out now. This is the year of the truth. Yes, sir. That logo is dope too. Whatever that is, like the Grim Reaper. That joint is dope, bro. Nice joint. Dexter Fuqua. Anyone with common sense. No, Kelsey shot Meg. Absolutely. Joe Lewis. I believe this was the setup from the jump because they gave Megan friend Kelsey immunity for a statement. They really lined Tory up. You could be right about that. And then you like the whole thing with the Rock Nation and because remember around the time his dad, right? He since cooled off. Tory's dad, after the verdict went in, he went ham talking about Jay-Z, talking about Rock Nation. I mean, crazy. Then after that, you ain't really hear from him no more. So I asked myself the question: what happened? What happened? That's something we got to definitely keep on the table. If you want to advertise on this channel, hit me up right now. OGOD@hiphopun.com. Your video, your ad, your business, your song snippet will be played before each video or whatever, allotted time. You pay for a month, it'll play for the whole month, a week, a day. Hit me up right now, OGOD@hiphopun.com. And the link is all the way down at the bottom of the description as well. If you want to advertise on the channel, hit me up, email me right now. And I usually work with your budget. I usually work with people's budget. You know what I mean? Because I got the liberty to do that because it's mine. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, this is leave some. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. Keep going because as long as y'all keep commenting, I'll try to stay on. The stab it and the truth coming out at the same time. Wow, ain't that crazy? But back to the whole this whole Rock Nation thing, and then remember Tory too. I believe he became a target as well when 50 Cent trolling Diddy and Jay-Z today and IG always. When around the pandemic time, he pretty much was showing people like, yo, put your music out like this. You don't need the label. The label, remember, see, the label thing is more about power and control than anything, right? It's so much more about power and control. Michael, I knew he was innocent when Kelsey got immunity. Yep. Because it's like anything else, like in these different countries, right? In Africa, right? It's these people's own resources in these countries. They'll come into your country, mine your gold, and give you 5%. Come into your country, whatever your natural resource is, take over and give you a percentage, and then loan you your own money at an interest rate. Like, are you crazy? It's the same thing with the music thing. It's like, this is my own talent, right? You want to come in, you want to give me a percentage of my and I get it. And what makes it difficult is they have the distribution channels. But what Tory was trying to say is, look, we don't need their distribution channels. We are the distribution channel. We're going straight to consumer. You think they stopped him from giving game to independents? Absolutely. I'm expounding on that. Absolutely. Like, forget the label. I'll make my music with my producer, whoever, my writers. I give them a proper credit. I'll put it to consumer. And you remember he made like $1 million, like, I don't know if it was like a day or a few minutes. He made $1 million quick. So they want to get you locked up. Then come on, nobody talks about the 360 deal like we did on this channel. Go ahead and type it in the archives, man. We brought my brother Khan Su on, and many people that broke down the 360 deal on this channel. Nobody did it like we did it. And it sounds great because you get upfront money, but it's like if you can make $5 million in 3 years, let's just say that. Right? You can make 5 in 3 years. Why would you take 10 from them for them to own you for 20? When in 6 you can make that and still own all your stuff. So it's the money, like, all right, I'm gonna get 10. Like, all right, I say they give you 15 mil, but they control you and forever. Everything that you get your hands on, they got a piece of it. So when you go back and look at it, like, damn, I could have made this all by myself and kept it off the top. Instead, they coming in and keeping, 70%. And every rapper, every artist that we have interviewed, they talk about that first deal when they got, I can't even say the R word. You know what I want to say. They got emasculated. They got done dirty. That first deal and thereafter. That will collapse the $1 billion industry, wouldn't it? It'll make, I don't want to say it collapse it, but it'll start a trend. It'll start a trend where people will be more confident in doing things themselves. But sometimes, you have people who, see the independent grind is a little bit different or a lot different. They have some type of a deal. See, with a deal, they pretty much going to do everything for you. But they're just going to take all your money. Independent, if I got 10 shows lined up for $50,000 a show, that's all me. Of course, you got to get an IRS day piece. In the deal, yeah, you have 10 shows lined up, but you're keeping 30%, 20%. So, which would lead to which would lead to less reliance on the majors. Absolutely. And and the bigger part about this is the distribution. Like, the label is one thing, the distribution is the whole nother level. Because a lot of people feel like, all right, how I'm going to get this out? But trust and believe. If you're hot, your music, as they say, your gift is going to make room for you. Your music is going to make room for you. You got people that put up, stuff on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and it just blew without any label. So you can make it happen. You can go directly to consumer and deal directly with your consumer base and cut out the middleman. And that's what you want to do anyway, right? Bigfoot and no liar. I hate to use this example. I'm fall back on this because I got some more stuff to do. One of my favorite movies is American Gangster, and I hated that he had to snitch at the end. Frank Lucas, aka Denzel, but he played the hell out of that part, bro. I always loved that movie because he seen how the game was, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna get on the plane and go get the dope myself." Now, I'm not condoning selling dope, not like that. I'm looking at the business aspect of things, how he did it. Just the business, not the product, the business. Went over there, he got it raw, he brought it back. He started, threatening the Italian mob, the Jewish mob, all these different mobs. He was threatening their social order, and they was wondering where you getting it from? How is it so pure, and how you making so much money? To the fact that to the point they was getting so jealous of this man, right? And then he put his family on with him, which obviously was not a great thing because of the product. But if he was selling something else, it would have been a great thing, helping your family out. So I'm saying all that to say is that's the mentality, direct to consumer, direct. Tory, I mean, he can go make magic with a producer and have an album out in a week. No label interference, no label putting their hands in your pocket. You can upload it and put it on all these things. Get your little, the thing, whatever, the BMIs that track everything, and get the money coming into you, man. Let's just keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean about all of this. But nevertheless, man, just a quick recap. This organization's coming out and they're speaking on behalf of Tory Lanez. They're saying that Kelsey was in fact the shooter and Tory did not shoot. As a matter of fact, Tory tried to stop the shooting. I'm gonna read this one real quick. Sad thing about it is that it's a blessing in disguise. They had to do that to Tory because they wouldn't have been regulating the compound if they didn't. But they may know she lied as well. The truth. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You gotta remember, man. This is you gotta remember, man. Like, first of all, you gotta remember the history of this country. You gotta remember that these people only want us, you know, around for servitude and entertainment, right? For servitude and entertainment. That's what this country was built on: free and exploitable labor. It never changed. From slavery to the prison system, from thinking you free and all that to these 360 deals and them locking you down and controlling you and all types of different things that they're using their media for propaganda against you and all types of different things. And we see this whole thing with the Diddy case. It's like this is you know uh, um like customary in Hollywood, what we see going on with Cassie. But that's another story for another day. We've heard stories about people getting, blackmailed, blackballed, and things like that. It's absolutely real. People getting set up on false charges. All these bogus cases and allegations that come out. If 10 women come out, people, I don't care who you are, people are gonna start to believe it. Michael, my man Knowledge is going to create. Know the ledge. I want know the ledge. My bad. Know the ledge. Know the ledge. Know the ledge. I said Knowledge. Shout out to you. Michael had half of Sony and he ended up getting it back. Tory is no exception. You killing it, bro. You killing it. You killing it. But he is brave for putting up a fight. It's like chess, bro. We got not to be the pawns. What a game they play. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I appreciate y'all, man. It's almost been 30 minutes, but yeah, it's to the point, man. It's like, gotta understand, the system that you're living in. You gotta understand the chessboard that you're on. Anybody can, nobody's exempt. They coming after, and I think this he needs to be done. It needs to be like something put together that shows like all the athletes and entertainers and rappers and stuff that they came after over the years. Like it's like nobody leaves this thing, unscathed. Nobody. And the more wealth, the more popularity and fame you get, the more of a target it makes you, man. So just look at it like that. And remember, we in a country, right, that killed people for trying to help their people, for trying to do like a mass movement, something on a large scale. They met that with violence. Think about that. So anything outside of what they want to control, it could be a deadly game. I'm gonna leave it on that. I'm gonna leave it on that real quick, man. I got other stuff to do. I wish I could stay in here all day. The top line of the description, you can find our beard oil and our beard balm, AdonisAmari.com. If you can find that. Most of it is shea butter infused. That's bad, bro. So the top line of the description, go grab that joint. You know what I mean? And I gotta make a new commercial and shit. But nevertheless, I appreciate y'all listening and stay locked into the channel. And now y'all want to start talking. Snoop Will Pop. That shit wild. Judy Jones, I'm gonna read your comment though, real quick. Sorry, I don't believe this at all. The only reason why they are lying is because Tory got stabbed. Is that all? I don't know. See, I think there's truth to it. I think it's some truth to it. I don't. Come on, man. But maybe I gotta start opening up the lines and let people elaborate in the future. Take it back to the old days on them. But yeah, also real quick, last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get out of here. If you want to advertise on this channel, email me right now, ogod@hiphopun.com. That's god@hiphopun.com. Hit me. I can't believe they would wait this long to tell the truth. I hear you, Judy. I hear you. Look, I hear you. We only time will tell. Only time will tell. Hey, hit the thumbs up button for your boy. I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here, man. Peace.